Shout out to Kofa. Shout out to Grow Talk with Kofa. He's still doing the damn thing. I'll just call it that. Let me go ahead and acknowledge my bad. Sage Talk Media, I appreciate you. Boo, he said, bring a whole new meaning to get in your back. Woo! A whole new meaning, right? Woo! I cannot. I have no sympathy for her whatsoever. Period. Shout out to you, hun. Shout out to Skinny Boy up in here. I see you. I appreciate you. Boo. He said the Diddy Dubai doo-doo near-death disaster, basically, right? Woo! Did the damn thing. I hope it was worth it. Shout out to Trinidad in the building. I appreciate you, Boo. He says beautiful. Thank you so much. I don't know if that's me or her, but thank you either way for your support. Thank you for being here, hun. Shout out to Upward Man, member for 4 months. Always good to see you, hun. He said, hey, Miss Michon, it's been a while since I've been able to catch you live. I love the awesome videos. Thank you, Boo. Could I convince you to do an all taser dash cam show? Send me some videos. We can definitely do that. I appreciate you. Send it to my email. I think Nicole dropped it earlier. I appreciate you. Shout out to Trim with another 5. I appreciate you, honey. He said oh, Lord have mercy. MSG Generals, MSD Lovelies, Besties, Peace, Power, and Prosperity. Aren't you sweet? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Always here supporting me. Shout out to everyone who is here. I see you. I appreciate you. Get into this daggone chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are new. Okay. So RBN sent me a video about this as well. So Kofa posted this. 62-year-old grandma married a convicted deleter she met in prison. Thought she could fix him. A lot of air quotes today. Yeah. He strangled her during their conjugal visit. Now, is this settling or no? Because this seems to be a thing, right? You can't find a man. There's plenty in prison, in jail. I think that's an untapped market. Maybe Kendra can take her show on the road and do it inside the prison, and then they can speak about what they're looking for in ladies, and then ladies can contact them because they all seem to have phones and able to communicate with the outside world, right? That's just my thought. That's a free one for you, Kendra. So Kofa says, 62, beautiful, successful mother, grandmother, dead. When I like what I like and God told me, don't work out. Y'all laughing at this like you laugh at men getting set up by women. Uh-oh. Shout out to Lauren. She said, I can fix him. She did the damn thing, didn't she? Let's see what's going on. This says from News Nation, woman deleted at conjugal visit, son not told immediately.
Every inmate wants to get conjugal visits, alone time, behind prison walls with a spouse, with a lover, and sometimes even with family and kids. Not much is known about what happens behind those special apartment doors because this is private time.
I'm pretty sure we have a clue, ma'am, but go.
And it is meant to be incentive for prisoners to behave. But at least 2 California prisoners are under suspicion of killing their visitors while in the midst of conjugal visits last year. If you were with us last night on this program, you heard the story of Stephanie Stevie Dowells. Stevie was visiting David Brinson, a man that she had actually married behind prison walls. Last November, Stevie was strangled while on that conjugal visit. Months later, David Brinson has yet to be charged, and her family is only now getting information about how she died. And if that is surprising, maybe it shouldn't be. Because just 4 months before Stevie was killed, Tanya Thomas died in nearly the same way on a conjugal visit in that very same prison. Last summer, Tanya drove 3 hours to the Mule Creek State Prison for a conjugal visit with convicted felon Sean Curry. Curry's a violent carjacker and attempted murderer. And though Tanya shared...
Child, so somebody saw this face here and said, hey, baby, I want to get to know you, boo. Now, I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Child, this man looks like he eats people. Look at this. He looks like he eats people. Child, what is going on right now? That woman does not look that bad. Hold on. She doesn't look bad. Let me go back. Hold. First of all, Mima, come on now. This is the best that you could do? What the fuck? Look at her. Child, I need that stomach. Child, this stomach go down, y'all. It's over. Okay. But what? Wow. Logical, right? Exactly. He looked crazy. Crazy. This is crazy. And what about this other woman? Hold on.
Is only now getting information about how she died. And if that is surprising, maybe it shouldn't be. Because just 4 months before Stevie was killed, Tanya Thomas died in nearly the same way on a conjugal visit in that very same prison.
So they're going to try to blame the prison now? Is it the prison's fault?
Last summer, Tanya drove 3 hours to the Mule Creek State Prison for a conjugal visit with convicted felon Sean Curry.
Wait, the same man? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Biatches. Our portion of white people is over. Biatches. What in the entire hell is going on here? Yo, that's 2 black women. These are not young people. These are not 20-year-olds going to the Dubai. She a dummy too. You are seasoned. You should have common sense, some sense of what makes sense and what doesn't. And you think that it makes sense to go deal with someone that 1 looks like this, 2 is accused, I believe, of, what did they say? Jacking and red rum. If you're giving, I don't know, right? If you're getting conjugal visits, then that means you're probably in there for a while, which means that you probably did something crazy, asinine, bad, right? That's why you in there and you need conjugal not need, but you know what I'm saying. You get conjugal visits because your ass ain't getting out no time soon. That's who you thought you should. Oh my God. Lord, help your people. Take me to the King. Truth is, I'm tired. Child, Biz Markie look better than him. Rest in peace, Biz. Rest in peace, Biz.
Curry's a violent carjacker and attempted murderer. And though Tanya shared a child with him, her family and her friends had no idea that they had secretly married. Curry was serving 30.
I'm about to shut this shit down, y'all. I'm about to shut this shit down. What are we talking about right now? You had a kid with this attempted red rum. Attempted red rum. Oh my God. So he was married to her. Oh, because when she's deleted, then he is no longer married, which left open for the other woman to come. Were they married? This is too much.
On a conjugal visit in that very same prison. Last summer, Tanya drove 3 hours to the Mule Creek State Prison for a conjugal visit with convicted felon Sean Curry. Curry's a violent carjacker and attempted murderer. And though Tanya shared a child with him, her family and her friends had no idea that they had secretly married. Curry was serving 34 years to life for shooting a 19-year-old woman in the head and then dumping her at a truck stop.
He sounds like somebody that I would like to get to know. He definitely sounds like somebody that I would like to get to know. Sounds like a great husband material to me. But y'all want to talk about 50 motherfucking 50, but you're going to go and have conjugal visits and marry a person who attempted carjacker and a red rummer of a 19-year-old in jail for 34 years to life. Yeah. I think it's because they know where they at or something. That gotta be it. Guess I ain't gotta worry about knowing where he at if he with another woman, even though prison guards are doing this. So you still gotta worry about. Let me let this damn thing play.
She was permanently blinded and partially paralyzed from that attack. But despite all that, Tanya still took him back.
I'm about to go get me something to drink. What in the world? What in the world? You know what? Crust, dust, must rust, idiots. They're going to say, this woman, whatever her name is trying to make it seem like it's the prison's fault. I know that's what her angle is based off of what she's saying, right? But I thought, first of all, that there was no settling. I thought everybody was strong and independent, didn't need a man. can handle it on their own. We can do this. We just saw the lady on Melissa Ford's page, right? And all that nonsense that she was saying. Is anybody got any empathy? I don't. I do not. I have no empathy and no sympathy for the situation for neither one. You don't even have one time to hit me. You really don't even have one time to think that you're going to hit me. You don't know. I promise you I know. I promise you I know. My mother and father did not put me on this earth so that some ninja could beat my ass. That's not what I was put here for. So I promise you that's not going to happen. So to deal with someone in prison and then he do something to you, you marry him, have a kid, do something to you, and then you go back. You know why her family didn't know she was married? Because she knew he wasn't shit. She knew he wasn't shit. She knew what he was about, and she likes it. I love it. If she likes it, I love it. Mm-hmm. Because we're going to give everyone what they ask for around here, right? Just like Coach said, the 90s are over. And you can't tell anybody anything. And they know everything. From I'm going to assume these women were above 45, okay? Even above 50. Those are your decisions. These are your consequences. Congratulations. The 20-year-old, surely she ain't listening to nobody. These are your decisions. These are your consequences. Congratulations to her. It's just content for the rest of us. Let me go to Romello. If I did not, I'm sorry if I missed this. Thank you, hon. He said, now I have to go to prison to get married. The circus we are in. Ridiculous, child. This don't make no sense whatsoever. No common sense whatsoever. I think that a lot of colors, shout out to the colors, believe that when you do stuff that makes sense and is normal, that means you're doing it like white people. So you don't want to do anything like white people. Because then that's a problem and that's wrong, Child. Anyway, shout out Trinidad. Thank you, honey. He says, stomach go down and get flat. You starting to OF. No, I don't need to do that. But thank you. Maybe for my toes, though. Maybe for my toes. But no. And I definitely ain't going no damn Dubai. I don't even have a desire to go to Dubai. But these bitches are so desperate for money because these people are all lazy. Not all of them, but the little white girl. Or whatever she was, lazy. That's what it comes down to. Ciao. Thank you, Devon. He said, but on Kendra's show, men need 6 figures, 6 feet tall, and swag. Yes. So get it together, okay? Get it to effing together, because that's what y'all need to do. Ain't no 50-50. You need to take care of everything. This is going to turn, someone is going to turn this story around. I promise you. And when I find it, I'll bring it to you, depending on who's saying it. I feel like when I listen to the divestors, they're going to talk about this, and this is what they're going to say. The reason why they had to go to those dudes in prison is because you ninjas won't marry them because you're too busy being toxic masculine and ABCD that you won't go ahead and take care of your women. So they got to go to the extreme. So it's your fault. I promise you. I promise you. That's what they're going to say. Just like this lady is trying to blame the prison. That's where she's going with it. Thank you, Romello. He said, Klingon dating rituals. Child. And that's being nice. Thank you, Romello, for another 5. He said, Mama said life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Pretty sure if we knew his history, I'm sure we knew what we were going to get. But it's really convenient what things can be ignored by women whenever they feel like it. But we're supposed to have empathy and sympathy, I'm sure. Child, I ain't even 2 minutes in.
Tanya's conjugal visit with Sean was scheduled for July 1st at Mule Creek. At that prison, the visits can last up to 40 hours for inmates. But by 6 a.m. the next morning, Tanya Thomas was dead. Curry told the prison officials that Tanya just didn't wake up. But months later, the coroner said something else, that Tanya had actually been strangled. And it took until last week, a full 9 months later, for Sean Curry to be charged with murder. And again, even though Tanya died in July, 4 months later, Stevie Dowles was killed during her conjugal visit to an inmate who was serving 4 life sentences at Mule Creek. I'm joined now exclusively by Janine Rojo. She is Tanya Thomas's cousin. Janine, thank you so much for agreeing to talk with me on the program tonight. And I'm very sorry that you and your family are going through this loss, especially with this compounding story that this happened twice. When and how did you learn that Tanya had died?
Well, first of all, thank you for giving us this spotlight to air our story. It's very tragic. So she died on July 1st of 2024. However, her son did not get the phone call that she died until the very next day, July 2nd. So we did not know until the next day that she passed away.
And she was, as I understand it, Janine, more like a sister to you. Did she ever mention much about Sean Curry? I mean, that she'd even been talking with him, let alone secretly married him?
She definitely did not let us know that they got married and that they were intimately involved the past few years. However, because they do share a son together, he has been in contact with her since he's been in jail for the past 25 years. So we were used to them talking here and there on the phone, but we did not know that they ended up getting married and were planning on, if he was supposed to get out on parole in January 2024, we had no idea that they were planning on living a life together.
So what did you know about him? And did you and the family think much about Sean Curry?
So we've known him since high school. That's where we met. This was, I can't remember, but we were about 15, 16 years old. And we all had the same circle of friends. He was actually a really cool guy. I mean, he didn't show any red flags. He was kind of laid back demeanor, just like Tanya. And then they got intimately involved and she ended up getting pregnant. But then during her pregnancy, he kind of just disappeared. And then while she was in labor in 1999, that's when I saw that he was on the news. And he was on the news because he shot his 19-year-old girlfriend.
I'm not laughing at the situation. It just seems like he had a thing. Any woman that he was dealing with, he basically takes on up out of here. So how many times does it have to be before someone says, I'm not going to deal with you? But like Reaper said, he in there for life. What's another charge? All the more reason that he ain't got shit to lose. What's he going to lose? Conjugal visits? Because I'm sure there'll still be another woman at some point that will still reach out to him, send him money, give him money, because biatches be desperate. This desperate though? Woo! Lord help your people. I cannot.
Than to feed me anything, because I do not care.